As the barnet, alright. Hello YouTube, Trev here, Summit or Nothing. Just here to do a little video today. I thought it was high time that I explained to you a bit about what's going to happen on the Himalayas trek that I am currently fundraising for. People always ask me and I always forget all the details. So I thought let's run through the itinerary so you all know what you've been donating for. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to announce a new raffle that I'm doing with special thanks to the people at OS who have donated a great prize. So stay tuned for that. But first of all, I'll go into a little bit about hospice care and then we go into the trip. So I'll just basically read off of the website. Hospice Care is your local adult hospice charity. Should you or a loved one need care for any type of terminal illness, our professional team of doctors and nurses are here to help. So far, the Trek has brought in over £42,000 for hospice care. And £42,000 will pay for 5 patients to stay on our ward for 10 days. Those 5 patients and families are able to get the care, attention and support that they need in a friendly, peaceful and supported environment. Because hospice care has opened the trip up to the fundraising option, they have managed to get 35 people signed up, which will bring in at least £135,000. Self-funders raise their money by creating events, attending fairs and other fundraisers out in the community. All of this is a lot of hard work and time, which really raises the profile of hospice care, marketing we couldn't pay for. Hospice Care has a small fundraising team which looks into every event we put on. We would not promote an event if it wasn't profitable, ethical or fair. Hospice Care's reputation is just as valuable as its income. A few helpful facts about hospice. It costs £8.2 million a year to run hospice. £1.2 million is given by the NHS, which means we still have £7 million to fundraise each year. Out of every pound donated to hospice care, 89p goes directly to the patients and the remaining 11p goes to making the next £1, which is marketing. This is one of the highest ratios in the UK. Hospice care is made up of 3 day centres, a 12-bed ward within Exeter and over 45 community nurses. Over 700 patients a day in our care. The average stay on our ward is 10 nights. Our services are not just for the final few days. We provide care to allow people to live as comfortably as they can from the day they are diagnosed terminally. Our ward is often used for respite. We are not just cancer, we support anybody with terminal illness within our patch. We are separate to Macmillan. Macmillan do not offer end-of-life care within this area. So that's a bit about the hospice care. So hopefully that's answered a lot of your questions. It lets you realise why it is so important for this fundraising. So those of you who have donated, thanks very much, you're really helping a noble cause. Those of you who haven't, maybe now you'll think, you know, it's not such a bad charity, it's not such a bad event. So now we're getting down into the breakdown of the Himalayan Trek. So this is from the information pack. Himalayan Trek with volunteer project. Nepal. Nepal is a landlocked Himalayan country covering an area of 147,000 square kilometres. It's bordered by Chinese Tibet to the north, by India to the south, east and west. Nepal is a country of highly diverse and rich geography, culture and religions. The mountainous north contains 8 of the world's 10 highest mountains, including Annapurna 1 and Mount Everest. Kathmandu is the largest city in Nepal and the capital. The city is at an elevation of 1,400 metres and is home to around 1 million people. This incredible city is the perfect start and end to your Himalayan challenge and offers an experience not to be missed. You will spend 2 days helping a non-profit hospice care organisation within Kathmandu, which offers services and supports patients with life-limiting illnesses and their families. The tasks we expect to be involved will include basic refurbishment at the hospice, such as repainting and decorating rooms, or improving the kitchen or bathroom facilities. Trek overview. This 5-day trek is a great opportunity to witness the culture and tradition of the Nepalese countryside. Along the way you enjoy the views of the snowy peaks of the Annapurnas, stay in quaint locally owned tea houses and enjoy awe-inspiring panoramic views. A highlight will be the sunrise views which unfold from Poon Hill, 3,400 metres, the highest point of the trek. This trek is graded challenging because of the combination of long days trekking over varying terrain. including some days where you will trek uphill all day. The terrain will vary throughout the 5 days, but overall there will be lots of undulating trails. The first of 2 days you will gain altitude, so you will spend more time going uphill. On day 3 you will spend the morning ascending and the afternoon descending, and the final 2 days you will be descending. It is critical that your training includes hill walking and trekking up and down gradients. I think I've got that base covered. Underfoot you will find stony trails, muddy forest floors, rocky steps or scree slopes, and in some places it will be very dusty. There may be some suspension bridges to cross. And each day's trek is between 5 and 8 hours in duration, variable depending on a group pace. You will stay in a hotel in Kathmandu, a guest house in Pokhara, and tea houses during the trek. Tea houses are locally owned lodges which are comfortable but basic. They feature a main lounge, dining area which is heated with a yak dung burning stove in the centre. You will take your breakfast and evening meals in this room and may wish to play cards and relax here each evening too. Toilet facilities at the tea houses are usually one Western style and one Asian style squat toilet. What will the climate be like? Temperatures will be dependent upon the weather, which is usually clear and sunny, and possibly rain coming in during the afternoon. You can expect days to be sunny and hot, between 15 to 25 degrees centigrade, and nights to be a bit colder, between -5 and 5. So now the itinerary. Day 1 to 2. Depart for Kathmandu on an indirect overnight flight. Upon arrival in Kathmandu you will transfer to a central hotel. Depending on flight times there may be an opportunity for an introductory visit to the project before gathering together for a briefing for the days ahead. Welcome dinner at a local restaurant tonight. Days 3 to 4. Kathmandu. The next 2 days will be spent assisting at the Hospice project in Kathmandu on a range of tasks such as painting, decorating and gardening. Day 5. Kathmandu to Pokhara. After breakfast we depart for the scenic drive to Pokhara, approximately 6 hours. You will spend the afternoon in this beautiful lakeside town where you can take in the sights or even do some last minute shopping in preparation for your trek. Day 6. A morning transfer to Nayapal, approximately 2 hours drive, where the trek commences. You will follow the banks of the Burundi Kola River to Tikhedhunga, 1,575 metres, where your final challenge for the day is a steep uphill walk to Ulleri to spend the night in a tea house, 2,753 metres. Day 7. Ulleri to Gorapani. Excuse all my pronunciations. Day of ascent. Today we will gradually gain more altitude as we walk for about 5 hours uphill to the overnight tea house in Gorapani, 2,800 metres. As we approach Gorapani we will pass through stunning rhododendron forests. Day 8. Gorapani, Poon Hill, Tadapani. An hour-long pre-dawn ascent gives us the opportunity to see fascinating views of the Annapurnas and Dhaulagiri glowing in the morning sun from Poon Hill, 3,400 metres. After breakfast, back at the tea house, it is a mostly downhill walk through magnificent oak and rhododendron forests to reach Tadapani, where you will have another chance to enjoy the views of the Annapurna South and Machapuchar Fishtail Mountain. Let's just call it the Fishtail Mountain. Overnight at tea house in Tadapani. Day 9. Tadapani to Gandruk. The descent to Gandruk is a shorter and easier walk, mostly downhill. From Tadapani you descend through mossy forests and deep gorges before the scenery changes to a drier, more sparse forest as we approach Gandruk. Gandruk is a beautiful Gurung village where many of the inhabitants are Gurkhas. Day 10, our final day of trekking as we descend to Birifanti, from where we will travel by road back to Pokhara. Day 11, Pokhara to Kathmandu. Transfer back to Kathmandu, approximately 6 hours, and have farewell dinner for this evening. Day 12, Kathmandu to London. And so that's the rundown of what's going on. So now you know a bit more about hospice care and a bit more about the walk. I'll put a link below. Any donations you can make would be greatly appreciated. It'd be fantastic to raise the money. I'm 54% of the way there, and I've got more fundraisers coming up. We'll do some more hikes as the weather dries up a bit, and I'm going to plan some sort of wild camp fundraiser as well. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. If I have the interest that I have with the hiking, you can't really go up on Dartmoor and camp with like 30-40 people. It'll be, but we'll see how we play it anyway. But I did mention that the people at OS Maps have donated me a prize to do some fundraising. So this is the first announcement for that. I will do a video, but if you want to enter this raffle, let me tell you what it is. Basically, they've donated me 5, see this? 5 special OS maps. These are sort of novelty things, but they're really interesting. I'm looking at them and I want one, but I'm not allowed to enter the raffle. That would be unfair, my wife tells me. Stay tuned and I'll tell you how to enter this. But basically, there's the marvellous map of Great British place names. See, it's an entire map of Britain with hilarious place names. Britain's very best place names and a stupendous road trip connecting them all. Rude place names such as in Orkney, Falcon Hill and the Devil's Arse. So a lot of fun there. There's the film and TV map. Obviously it's the same again, it's the entire map of Britain, but it's got all different facts and figures and locations of film sites. Also it shows you where 400 independent cinemas, film societies and cinema experiences are, and different film festivals and TV festivals to look out for, as well as famous landmarks and studios. Then we've got the Great British Music Map, Britain's top music locations. 700 live music events, all the different music festivals, over 700 places celebrated in song titles, lyrics and albums, and it's got lots of trivia. The Great British Adventure Map. Now any of us adventurers should want this, and it tells you great beaches, great waterways, great mountains, long distance walking routes, great islands to explore, points of interest, events, great views and great wild places. And then last but definitely not least, the Great British Food and Drink Map. This tells you breweries, local speciality dishes, different eateries, food festivals and events, as well as a lot of trivia. So these are really packed, informative, great fun, and yeah, I'm jealous. If you were to buy these online, I think they're about 15 quid, so there's about 75 quid's worth of prizes there. How we're going to do it, if you go onto the Just Giving page, donate, going to be £2.50 a ticket or 5 tickets for £10. So how we're going to do this, and we're going to do it individually. So say when you're purchasing the ticket, which drawer you want to be put into. If you want to be put into all of them or just a couple of them, just declare it. So if you buy 2 tickets, then you can go into 2 drawers, or you can put 2 tickets in 1 drawer. It's up to you. You could buy 5 tickets for each drawer if you really wanted. It's up to you. So yeah, put your name, put how much you're donating, very important to do both of those things, and then which map it is you want to win, and that'll be great. So anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. That's all I've got time for today. Hope that's cleared up some things, and yeah, good luck with the map draw. Thanks OS, great job. Bye everyone.